story and rhyme. I wonder what we'll see this time.
Hi everybody, welcome to my backyard. We're going to have story time in my backyard today. Today we're going to do some music and movement and a little bit of dancing. So you might want to make sure you have a big open space so you can dance too, alright? Let's start with our hello song. Hello everybody and how do you do? How do you do? How do you do? Hello everybody and how do you do? How do you do today? I hope everyone's doing really well at home today. I'm enjoying this beautiful weather we're having. It's been such a lovely weekend. I hope you all got outside to do lots of outside play. I did. I got to take my dog on lots of walks. So, let's start with Ram Sam Sam. Ready? Ram Sam Sam, Ram Sam Sam, gooly 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 gooly, Ram Sam Sam, Ram Sam Sam, Ram Sam Sam, gooly 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 gooly, Ram Sam Sam, Raffy, Raffy, gooly 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 gooly, Ram Sam Sam. All right, everyone's got to stand up on your feet now. And we'll do some Jump Jim Joe. Ready? Jump Jim Joe. Jump Jim Joe. Shake your hands and wiggle your toe. Around and around and around you go. Jump Jim Joe. Jump Jim Joe. Should we do it one more time? We always used to, right? Jump Jim Joe. Jump Jim Joe, shake your hands and wiggle your toe. Around and around and around you go. Jump Jim Joe, jump Jim Joe. Now to the front, ready? This is our front, and this is our back, and these are our side, side, side. To the front, to the back, to the side, side, side. To the front, to the back, to the side, side, side. Bebop, bop, bebop, bop, bebop, bop, all day long. Bebop, bop, bebop, bop, bebop, bop, all day long. Get your rock star guitar out. Ready? Strummin' Miss Susie now, strummin' Miss Susie now, strummin' Miss Susie now, all day long. Strummin' Miss Susie now, strummin' Miss Susie now, strummin' Miss Susie now, all day long. To the front, to the back, to the side, 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 to the front, to the back, to the side, side, side. Now this is one we haven't done in a little while. You might not remember it. It's called Going to Kentucky. It goes like this. We're going to Kentucky. We're going to the fair to see the senoritas with flowers in her hair. So shake it, baby, shake it all you can. Shake it like a milkshake and pour it in a can. We'll rumble to the bottom and rumble to the top and turn and turn and turn and turn until you make a stop. Now, if we saw the senoritas, we also need to see the senors. And they wear giant hats on their heads called sombreros. Ready? We're going to Kentucky. We're going to the fair to see the senors with the sombreros on their heads. So shake it, baby, shake it all you can. Shake it like a milkshake and pour it in a can. We'll rumble to the bottom and rumble to the top and turn and turn and turn and turn until you make a stop. I have some friends here. So maybe I'll start with Mr. Frog. Do you know how a frog moves? Frogs, what do? Do they crawl? No. Do they creep? No. Frogs jump, right? So can you pretend you're a froggy? Like this? This is a silly song called Bloop Bloop Went the Little Green Frog. And here's my froggy. Bloop, bloop, went the little green frog one day. Bloop, bloop, went the little green frog. Bloop, bloop, went the little green frog one day. And they all went bloop, bloop, bloop. But we all know frogs go na 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 na, na 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 na, na 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 na. We all know frogs go na 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 na. They don't go bloop, bloop, bloop. That's a silly one, isn't it? Thanks, Mr. Frog. We also brought your other friend, my friend the doggy. Here's another one. Might be new to you. It's called How Much Is That Doggy in the Window? How much is that doggy in the window? The one with the waggly tail. How much is that doggy in the window? I do hope that doggy's for sale. I must take a trip to California and leave my poor sweetheart alone. If he has a dog, he won't be lonesome, and that doggy would have a good home. How much is that doggy in the window? Woof, woof! The one with the waggly tail. Woof, woof! How much is that doggy in the window? Woof, woof! I do hope that doggy's for sale. Thanks, doggy! Okay, I think it's time for story time now. Now I have to get my people ready. Here's my man. You see him? Now, I usually tell this story at preschool with pieces from the closet, but I forgot it at preschool. So today I'm using pieces that I've got from my house. Here's my Lego man, and I made him lots and lots of hats. Can you see? So, this is the story called Caps for Sale. And I know lots of you probably remember it. I've told it lots of times. So, once upon a time there was a man. He was called a peddler. And a peddler is somebody who sells things on the street. But he doesn't have a storefront. And he doesn't have a table he sells things on. He doesn't even have a cart to put his things on. So he carries all of the things he's selling on his head. And this man was selling hats, but he called them caps. So when he woke up in the morning, he would put all of his caps in a big stack on his head. First, he put on his checkered cap. That was his favorite cap. It was his, and it was not for sale. Then, whoops, your cap fell off. Let's put that back on. Then he put on the red cap. This one was for sale. Then he put on the green cap. Then the blue one. And then, stay on, little caps. On the very, very, very tippy top, he would put the brown cap. Like that. And it was tricky to balance. He had to practice a lot to get them all to balance. I'm practicing too. Oh, come on. Let's get them to stay. Yay, we did it. So all of his caps were balanced on his head like that. And then he would walk very straight and very tall into the village. And he would walk up the street and down the street. And up the street and down the street. And as he walked, he'd call. Remember what he'd call? Caps for sale, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap, caps for sale. Now, it must have been pretty early this morning. There weren't very many people out on the street. So we walked again, up the street and down the street, up the street and down the street. And as he walked, he'd call. Caps for sale, 50 50 cents a cap. Caps for sale. Nobody wanted to buy his caps. He tried a little bit longer until it was after lunchtime. And then he started to feel his tummy rumbling. Ooh, oh! The man was hungry, so he checked his pockets. No money in that one. Checked his other one. No money in that one. He didn't have any money to buy lunch. In order to buy lunch, he had to sell his caps. Oh, the wind! The wind knocked him over. So, he decided he was going to go take a rest. So, he walked. And he walked, and he walked, until he got to this really beautiful tree, where he decided this might be a good place to rest. So, he sat down underneath the tree. And he sat very straight and very, oh my goodness, you are not doing so well for me, sir. Let's try that again. Let's get your caps back on. This happens at preschool too, doesn't it? Sometimes the felt pieces fall off. It's not always perfect when we tell story. Here we go. He sat down underneath the tree. And before he closed his eyes, he checked to make sure all of his caps were nice and straight and tall, because nobody wanted to buy a dirty cap off the ground, right? Well, he didn't think so anyway. So, first he checked his checkered cap. Oh, perfect, there it is. Then he checked his red cap. There it is. Then the green cap, and then the blue cap, and at the very tippy top, there was a brown cap. And he sat very straight and tall. And he closed his eyes, and he went to sleep. Don't tell anybody what's happening. He closed his eyes, and he went to sleep. And when he woke up, stay there, little guy. Can you see what's happening? Well, when he woke up, he was still very straight and tall. He opened his eyes. He stretched and stretched. And then he had to check to make sure his caps were still straight. He checked his, oh, there's his perfect checkered cap, his favorite one. Where's my red cap? Where's my green cap? The blue one? And the brown one? Where's all the caps? Maybe they fell off while I was sleeping, thought the man. So he looked down by his feet. No caps. Ooh, maybe they fell behind me. No caps. Oh, maybe they fell over there. No caps. Maybe they're over here. No caps. And then he heard something up in the tree behind him. So he stood up and he looked up, 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 up in the tree. And what did he see? What did he see in the tree, everybody? Monkeys. Look at all the monkeys. And on each one of those monkeys was one of his hats. He was not very happy, and he was hungry, which made him even grouchier. So the man looked at the monkeys, and he was frustrated, so he shook his finger like this, and he said, "You monkeys, you monkeys, you, give me back my caps." But do you know what the monkeys did? The monkeys went, these were hissing copycat monkeys. Oh dear, thought the man. He really needed those caps. So now he shook two fingers and he looked at the monkeys and he said, "You monkeys, you monkeys, you, give me back my caps." But do you know what the monkeys did? The monkeys went, oh dear me, thought the man, and now he's really frustrated. So he stood up underneath the tree and he shook two fingers and he stomped one of his feet and he went like this. "You monkeys, you monkeys, you, Give me back my caps. But those hissing copycat monkeys just copied, and they just went. Oh, thought the man. Now he's really frustrated. He shook 2 fingers and he stomped both of his feet and he said, "You monkeys, you monkeys, you, give me back my caps." But the monkeys just copied and they just went from up on their branches. Silly monkeys. Now, this man was so frustrated and so hungry and a little bit angry, he didn't know what else to do. Do you know what he did? In frustration, he picked up his very own checkered cap and he threw it on the ground, just like this. He went, and he threw it on the ground. And those monkeys, they copied him and they picked up their caps and threw them on the ground until all of the man's caps were on the ground right by his feet. So he went and he gathered them all up and he put them back on. First he put on his checkered cap, his very favorite one. It was not for sale. Then he put on the red cap. And then, oh, come on, red cap. Then he put on the green cap. And then he put on the blue cap. And then he put on the brown cap. And then he walked into town. And as he walked, he called, remember? Caps for sale, 50 cents a cap, caps for sale. At first nobody was buying any caps, so he had to walk again. Up the street and down the street and up the street and down the street. And he called, caps for sale, 50 cents a cap, caps for sale. And you know what? Ruth came, she brought a brown cap. Joanne came, she got a blue one. Olivia came, she got a green one. Lindsay came, she bought a red one. And the man was left with his very own checkered cap that was not for sale. And now he had money. So he took his money and he went into the village and he bought a loaf of bread, a brick of cheese, and a jug of milk. And then he had grilled cheese sandwiches with milk for the rest of the week. And that's the story called Caps for Sale. I hope you liked the story today, everybody. I can't wait to see you again. Come back on Thursday for more stories. Mwah.